So today I wanted to talk about heart rate variability. This is actually a measure not of your heart rate, but of your resiliency and your flexibility, more of your nervous system than with your heart. And the reason we're talking about it is because with a lot of these new personal devices, we can track this, and people want to know what it is and what they can do about it. So Garmin's, Apple Watches, Aura Rings, all of these are ways that you can monitor it. Now, I'm not saying you have to go out and buy one of these because they are kind of costly, from $300 to $600, but they do give us good information, and people that are already using them. Well, let's talk about what it's telling us. So what is heart rate variability? It's not the boom, boom, boom. It's not the heartbeat. It's the time in between them. It's the pause between them. And they shouldn't always be the same. We want some variability. And when the heart beats faster, there's going to be a little bit less of a pause. So in people who have a high heart rate, this is a little bit harder to measure. Like I said, it's a measurement of your vagus nerve. The vagus nerve being the longest nerve in the body that goes to every organ, but especially your heart. And the higher the variability, so it means the more variability, the more flexibility in your nervous system. So that means that when you are being chased by a dog as you're taking your peaceful walk, that means that you can run from the dog, and then once you're safe, your heart rate comes back down quicker. So that's flexibility. When we're not flexible, we get chased by that dog, and 6 hours later, we're still in fight or flight, and we're still scared, and we're still having a rapid heart rate. Low heart rate variability is also not what we want. It can indicate strain or fatigue or overtraining, adrenal fatigue especially, or immune dysfunction. So good book that people, we were just talking about grounding, people that might want to look into talking about energy is a book called Good Energy by Casey Means. Mary had turned me on to this one. And in it, they were, of course, they're talking about ways you can improve your energy, but they were talking about heart rate variability. And it was noted that there was a drop in the heart rate variability from baseline even before people had symptoms of COVID or a positive test. So that's why being aware, not only if your variability is high enough, but if it suddenly decreases, hey, maybe you're getting sick. Maybe it's a cold, maybe it's COVID. So what should your heart rate variability be? It's going to vary based on if you're male or female. Sorry, that is binary. And what your age is. So there's lots of charts. These are just some that I found online. And as we get older, our variability is going to decrease. Yes, I guess as we get older, we get more stuck in our ways and less flexible. So this was an example over on the right in the blue. I had just taken a person who's 60, and what should their heart rate variability be? A good one would be at about 45 to 50. So lots of these online if you ever want to look yours up. So vagus nerve, we talk a lot about vagus nerve. And remember, I have a video about Are You a Happy Lizard? You can always go back and check that. It's in the educational platform, and now it's in a lot of our portals as well. But if you need it, just let us know. So vagus nerve, remember, it has two settings. We should be a happy little lizard, hanging out, resting, digesting, reproducing, meaning our hormones are good. But when a happy little lizard is frightened, he goes into fight, flight, or freeze. And that's where we as humans with our big thinking brain get stuck. And then we don't have a good heart rate variability. So we always talk about doing exercises to help us get back into rest, digest, and reproduce, which is the deep belly breathing, the humming, singing, gargling, the meditation, the prayer, doing things that you enjoy, socializing and being with other people. So remember, it all starts in the brain, whether it's the gut, the heart rate, got to get our heads wrapped around it. Other ways that we can improve our heart rate variability is with gratitude, feeling loved and feeling safe and having a purpose in life. I just listened to something over the weekend as I was walking on the beach and grounding about gratitude and how being grateful and expressing gratitude can not only change your mood, but also your heart rate. Also in this, they were talking about how negative thoughts can adversely affect your heart rate variability. And feeling safe, making sure that our little lizard brain knows that it's safe. Sometimes after we've been sick for a long period of time, we don't feel safe in our own body. Other ways to work on improving heart rate variability is getting good sleep. The breathing exercises that we frequently talk about, and finding balance in your exercise routine. Not overtraining, and most importantly, doing something that you enjoy. And these next couple of comments did come from a resource online, eliteheartrate.com, if you're interested. I think that's where I found one of the charts as well. Staying hydrated. And then this was an interesting study about alcohol. We think about alcohol as a way to relax for some people. We also have to be aware of the sugar in it and the other consequences of that with candida. But this particular study did show that 1 glass of red wine wasn't going to affect you too much, but 2 glasses in a 24-hour period of time definitely decreased your heart rate variability by about 30%. And those effects could last for days after you drink. Green leafy vegetables have nitric oxide, which help dilate blood vessels and help dilate the heart, have other great nutrients as well. So we're always striving for 5 servings of vegetables. Improving your work-life balance. When we're stressed in our job, remember we carry that with us all day, all weekend. Gratitude journaling and spending time in nature. We were just talking about grounding, being in touch with the earth and nature as a way to fill up our own battery, improve our energy, but this would also then help the vagus nerve and help with heart rate variability. Yoga is always a great exercise, especially when we do it in groups, because number 13 here is nurture your social relationships. Meditation, and then sleeping with a weighted blanket. This is actually something we frequently use for our anxious children or adults. Some studies done on veterans with weighted blankets and how that soothes them and helps with anxiety, and therefore heart rate variability. And then just again being around people. So that is heart rate variability. Remember, be a happy lizard. And even my happy little lizard has a heart rate monitor with his Oura ring and his watch.